Welcome to Meditation 101. I am Ana Ilie from Romania, and I teach authentic meditation from the Tibetan School of Thought. Today, I'd like to approach a very sensitive topic for each and every one of us: our own death. And let me begin with acknowledging the fact that 2020 was a global, massive death meditation for more than 7 billion people. And 2021, with its fourth wave of COVID, continues on the same note, just like 2020. The entire globe was faced with the real possibility of catching an invisible, very contagious virus that might end one's life sooner rather than later. This situation was and still is a reality in our present lives. And an important question arises: what to do about it? We live during the pandemic, we live through a major global health crisis. What can we do about it? Can we stop death? We can definitely try. And I don't know about you, but I've never heard of somebody that stopped death until now. So my view is that death is kind of certain. And even if death is certain for each and every one of us, the day when it will come is completely uncertain. Some people die old, some people die young, some people die after a long illness, and some people die suddenly. We don't know when that's going to happen, but it will certainly happen. And even if we know deep in our hearts that this is really true, we have the tendency of ignoring these two facts. Most of us get busy living with the belief that it's not going to happen to us. But this is not true. We can see all around us that too few are ready to die when it happens, and too few know what's going to happen for them. And we all know that ignoring the problem doesn't make it go away. So, what I am proposing to you today is to be courageous. I am proposing to you today to honestly accept this truth deep in our hearts and to try to transform our deep inner fear of the unknown into a reservoir of energy that fuels the quality of our lives today. In the short meditation that I will guide in the next 10 minutes, I'd like to invite you to stretch your imagination with curiosity and enthusiasm and ask yourself, what would I do today if I still had 24 hours to live? What would I like to do? Who would I like to meet or hug? Who would I like to forgive? Or who would I like to say I love you? So let's try to do that in the next 10 minutes. And I invite you to enter this meditation with courage and curiosity, with an open mind and an open heart, knowing it's just an imagination exercise that aims to improve the quality of our life right now, today. So let's settle ourselves in our meditation space where you feel comfortable and safe. Legs are in a comfortable position, making sure your hips are higher than your knees. Eyelids are completely shut or slightly open. Eyes look up behind the eyelids. Your back is straight. Shoulders are even and relaxed. Your chest area opens. The chin is parallel to the ground. The teeth and lips are in a smiling position. And the tip of the tongue slightly touches the back of the upper teeth. Now let's remember why we are here today, why we sat down to meditate. And I invite you to ask yourself honestly, what is my real goal that I am pursuing today? After remembering our motivation, let's invite a mentor, a muse, or a teacher that inspires you. Invite somebody who ignites deep admiration in your heart and makes you want to become more like them. See how they enter your beautiful meditation space and take a seat in front of you, knee to knee. They are alive. They are not a static picture. Feel their warmth, their smell. See how they breathe, how they blink, how they smile. Thank them sincerely for accepting your invitation to meditate. And as a proof of your honest appreciation, offer them something you consider beautiful. See how they are accepting your gift with gratitude. Now that you've created this connection and you know they wouldn't judge you, you may feel safe to make a confession and tell them about a tiny thing that you have done in the last 24 hours, something you're not very proud of. It can be a small negative act, word, or thought. But you're not just making mistakes all day, you're also doing lots of good things. You speak kindly, you have expanding thoughts. You might feel eager to tell your mentor about such a good seed you have planted in the past 24 hours. Tell them with joy and happiness. And now is the perfect opportunity to ask your mentor for their wise advice on an important question. Knowing we all must die, including myself, what is a small thing that I can do to take the essence of this life with wisdom? Listen carefully for the answer. If you catch your mind wandering, gently pull back your attention to your mentor and ask the question once more. The second question that you could ask your mentor would be, knowing that we all can die anytime, including myself, what can I start doing today? Listen carefully for the answer from the mentor. And if you catch your mind wandering, gently pull it back to your mentor and ask the question once more. And now you see and hear your mentor asking you back, what is important in your life? What do you want to focus on that is meaningful for you? Approaching the end of this meditation, you could ask your mentor to continue to teach you what you need to learn in order to become even better. And you could also ask your mentor to remain in your life. See how they are agreeing with love, with compassion, and gentleness. At the end of this meditation, where we have focused our minds on what we can do in the face of the certainty of death and uncertainty of its arrival, we've planted very good and powerful seeds in our mental gardens. And in order to help these seeds to grow faster and better, I invite you to dedicate them to all the living beings that don't know how to create a meaningful life for themselves. And now slowly come back into the meditation space. Focus on your breath. And lightly flutter your eyes open. Thank you for allowing me today to guide you in this short meditation that has the potential to improve the quality of our lives every day, especially if it's practiced daily in the morning for just 10 minutes or so. Please remember that the goal of this meditation is not to get depressed in front of the reality of life, but to get energized and make the most out of the day.